My people, I believe many of you know this man. His name is Osama Bin Ladi, one of the most notorious terrorist leaders in modern history. But have you ever wondered how a man who was born into a very wealthy Saudi Arabian family eventually became the leader of Al Qaeda and one of America's most wanted enemy? Now, let me take you back to the very beginning of Osama Bin Laden's early age. Osama Bin Laden was born in 1957 in Saudi Arabia. His father, Mohammed bin Awad bin Laban, was a successful businessman and a founder of Saudi Bin Laden Group, a major construction company in Saudi Arabia. Because of his father's success, Osama grew up in a wealthy and influential family. The company was involved in several major construction projects, including important work connected to the holy city of Mecca and Medina. So Osama did not grow up poor. He came from a family with money, influence, and strong connection. But as he grew older, his life took a different direction. In the 1980s, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. The war attracted fighters and volunteers from different parts of the Muslim world. Osama traveled to Afghanistan and became involved in supporting the fight against Soviet force. At that time, the United States, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan were also supporting Afghan fighters who were resisting the Soviet occupation. Osama became involved in raising funds, recruiting Arab volunteers, and supporting the fighters. But things later changed after the Soviet force left Afghanistan. Osama's relationship with the United States became increasingly hostile. One major turning point came during the 1990 to 1991 Gulf War, when American troops were stationed in Saudi Arabia. Osama strongly opposed the presence of the U.S. force in the country, especially because Saudi Arabia is home to Mecca and Medina, two of Islam's holiest cities. His disagreement with the Saudi government and the United States continued to grow. Eventually, he left Saudi Arabia and later settled in Afghanistan, where he continued developing Al Qaeda, the organization he helped establish. By the late 1990s, Al Qaeda had carried out several major attacks against American targets, including the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombing in Kenya and Tanzania, and the 2000 attack on the U.S. coal in Yemen. Then came September 11, 2001, the day that changed the world completely. 19 hijackers took control of 4 commercial aeroplanes. 2 planes were flown into the World Trade Center in New York that crashed into the Pentagon, while the 4th plane crashed in Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 people lost their lives. The attack shocked the world. The United States identified Al Qaeda and Osama Bin Laden as being responsible. From that moment, Bin Laden became one of the most wanted men in the world. The United States launched a military campaign in Afghanistan after the Taliban refused to hand him over. Bin Laden then went into hiding and remained a major target for the U.S. government for years. After years of intelligence work, U.S. force eventually located him in Al-Babad, Pakistan. On May 2, 2011, U.S. force carried out a raid that killed Osama bin Laden. My people, look at how one man's life changed completely. He was born into wealth and grew up in a powerful family. But as he involved in international conflicts, he developed a radical ideology. His life took a complete different direction. He eventually became the leader of Al Qaeda, an organization responsible for some of the deadliest terrorist attacks in modern history. His story shows that a person's background does not always determine the path their life will take. Political events, ideology, personal experience, and environment around someone can all influence the choice they make. So, my people, what do you think about Osama bin Laden's story? What do you think were the major events that changed his life and eventually lead him to become the leader of Al-Qaeda? You can share your thoughts on the comment section down below. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and follow us on all social media platforms. If you like this kind of story, why don't you give this video a like and share it to your friends and to your family?